Well, here we are at a rehearsal space under the Mae Wilson Theatre, and we're talking to Evie Koop about the summer and productions that involve young people today. So, Evie, let's talk first of all about hey.
Not my solo, so that's not exactly right, but it's the opening of the Lion
Different
King
gender,
Jr.
too.
Actually, it's up in the air.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, up in the air. Sometimes Rafiki's played by a man. In the junior production, I've seen several examples of it being played by a girl, which makes sense because in a lot of school or community settings for young kids, there's lots of girls out there. So,
yeah.
But yeah, the Lion King Jr.
It's coming to Moose Jaw.
Is coming to Moose Jaw, and it's really a big cat-themed event because we have the Aristocats kids as well happening at the same time. So when people come to the theater, they're going to see a 25-minute production by our youngest students of the Aristocats kids. So a real jazzy, fun, exciting show, and then into the Lion King for the second half with our older performers. So.
And of course, that takes place when?
June 7th to 9th.
There's 6 shows in 3 days.
There are. We usually just do 5, 3 public performances and 2 school matinees. But this year, we've been hearing for several years, I wish there was a matinee that was a public performance so that I could, bring my kids or, for people who drive in from out of town. So we decided to make that step this year.
And they want to go to the lake at night and come see the play in the afternoon, then you take some time off. So it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
How did you decide to do this play?
Oh, it's been on the short list for a while. Yeah. But it kind of feels like there's a theme of acceptance and courage and belonging. And you have to really find that in yourself and believe that in yourself, and that's the journey that Simba goes through. I mean, he's destined for great things, but he doesn't believe it, and he just sees roadblocks. And anyway, then so it's been a special show for me growing up as well. But yeah, it was just the right time.
And the summer has got wonderful things because you've got camps coming up this year. Different kinds of in August.
In August, we have 2 weeks of summer theater camps. They're inclusive programs, so we really encourage everyone to apply. And if you have any special needs or special health requirements, then we want to work with people to make theater and a fun, exciting week of working alongside our professional actors who are in Mary Poppins and Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town and Yellow Brick Road. These kids get to work alongside those professional actors, and we want to make that opportunity available to everyone. So our program is an inclusive program, and we also have a triple threat program as well. So for people who, they want to take it a little bit beyond the recreational, they actually want to make sure they sweat every day. Then we have just a little bit longer of a day for them, and they have a little bit more intensive of a program where they're coached on private singing in masterclass settings, and they've got dance classes and yoga and just a little bit more, a kick. Mm-hmm. So, but everyone within all of our theater camps gets a chance to explore so many sides of theater creation, singing, dancing, acting, even doing some set building and composing of songs, and just really working together as a team and getting to know what it means to be a theater family.
Is there a technical aspect, like for teaching technology to the students this year? Or you teach, how to run sound, how to do aim lights?
I would love that.
Yeah.
That kind of an experience, I think that's something that's totally possible, but need a little bit more collaboration with people who have those technical resources. But I mean, there's so much that can be brought
Yeah.
forward in the future. I'm really excited about where that could go.
I know that and you and I were talking earlier in the week about autistic children as part of your special needs program, and it's kind of become an important thing for you to pursue and find a way to include people who suffer from that.
Yeah, and we have so many relaxed performances as well in our, we started doing them last summer, and these relaxed performances allow people to come in and enjoy the show with their family and their loved ones as they are. And so, I mean, on a personal level, that means that I can go to the show and I can take my kids and not worry about what's going to happen. My sister-in-law was able to bring her baby. I have so many friends who have 1 or 2 autistic children, or need there's people who would prefer to have the lights left up, cataracts, and you know, so it's just an opportunity for people to be included.
And is this something that you saw somewhere else and decided to include, or is this something that came from you?
Yeah, you know, well, it's something that I felt, but I didn't know how to put it into action. And I was challenged at the PACT conferences, the Professional Association of Canadian Theatres, over the last 3-4 years, by different theaters across the country who were taking initiatives and having educational classes, but also having these relaxed performances, and just seeing and hearing the stories of the successes and the inclusion. And when we've had our programs, and I mean, there's one boy who, you know, he brings his service dog, and then he comes and he pays for his mom's ticket, and they go on a date, you know. And there's moms that come to me and say, I've never been able to share. I love theater so much. I've never been able to share that with my child because I was worried about them being different or disruptive, or being uncomfortable, or me being, you know. And so they didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And that's what this performance is about. I mean, really, isn't that a way that society should be in general? But this is an opportunity for us to show them that we love them and we want them here at RuBarb.
And the arts is what nurtures the soul, and everybody has a soul, and so everybody should be nurtured.
And everyone has a love for great stories and for music, and there should be no restrictions on that.
Are there going to be any end of program celebrations and audience-ly available thing?
Yes, we have
Class?
I know. Oh my goodness! I should tell you. I've just heard. I've got some students going to Randolph and to Grant MacEwan this coming year. It's the time where people start hearing back from school, so it's an exciting time. But we'll have our year-end recital coming up at the end of June. So if people are interested in coming to that, that'll be a pay what you can event, so they can come and just get a chance to see. And especially if people are thinking about participating in the upcoming season with their children, if they're wanting to get them involved in doing some shows, or taking private voice, violin, guitar, piano, or acting classes, you know, they can come and they can see what, you know.
Yeah, what's the potential for
what's the potential?
Yeah. Well, I'm always impressed. It's just how your group has grown from its first season to now, all the different things that you're exploring for people in the community, and it's certainly a worthwhile enterprise. It's soul sucking, I have to say that on you, because there's so much to do. And the arts relies heavily on your ability to write good grant proposals, to receive funding for things, and to sponsors and all that kind of stuff. And you're doing a good job job of that, young lady.
Thank you. I didn't picture running a registered charity when I pictured
Your life?
my life and giving back to the community through art. Doris Sitter was my dance teacher growing up, and I remember wanting to be like her, and wanting to give back to the community and inspire children and find a place for them to shine. And
I want to see you tap dancing on the stage at 80, like I saw Doris.
yeah, I know. She puts us all to shame, but she's a great example to be looking towards. And
And Moose Jaw has had not only great talents, but they've had great teachers who have put their students first and put their students out there so they can go on and do things.
Yeah, I wanted to start a program that I would have liked to have when I was young. And a place where you can learn to sing, dance, act, and play instruments all in one spot, but somewhere that everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're in our last minute.
Of course we are. It just flies.
Yeah. So let's just go over again when people can see and what they can see this summer.
So the School of Performing Arts will be performing Lion King and Aristocats June 7th to 9th at the Moose Jaw Cultural Center. There are 6 performances, evening shows at 7, and the Saturday matinee is at 2 o'clock. So, and then we have our year-end recital at the end of June, a lovely Sunday afternoon event. So check out our Facebook page or our website, RuBarb.ca, for more information about that.
And that's spelled R-U-B-A-R-B.
R-U-B-A-R-B, that's
The
right.
H out of there.
No H, yeah. And then we have our summer theater camps in August, 2 weeks in August, 1 week each, inclusive programming, and then our triple threat program as well.
And the adults get to have some fun too.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that come. About 50% of our students for the summer program come from outside of Moose Jaw. So I know there's lots of adults coming in and getting some good spa treatments while their kids are in classes.
Okay. Well, thanks to Evie for being here, and thanks to you for watching, and we'll see you again soon on Moose Jaw This Week.